Alright, welcome back everyone. Here we are with our progress through day one. Turns out I really goofed up. I was not supposed to glue that bit into place yet. So I've made my life much more difficult, but I think I can recover from it, one way or another. But yeah, you'll see not a lot of progress. Got a good, no, hard to tell on camera, but it's good, clean seam here. I'll say still pretty square on the inside, both places, so I'm feeling good about that corner. This one's floated down on me a little bit right there, so I may not be able to put the bottom cover on when the time comes. But cross that bridge when we get there. I think we're still in a good spot. But if you're new here, this is what I do. I buy these kits and build them step by step, mostly in real time. You get to see all my successes and all my failures, and how I hopefully fix those inevitable failures as they come up. Have a good time and upload daily, and just trying to enjoy ourselves. We're not doing anything, we're not changing the world here, we're just building silly little models and having fun. If you've seen any kits or builds or models or anything you'd like to see me take a shot at, feel free to drop in the comments. I'm always looking to add on, and I have the most intelligent audience on YouTube, and you always give me good suggestions. So, without any further ado, let's get rolling on this. Hopefully I can make this work. But this came as one piece, so I cut it basically in half. And basically strip off the end of the wire here. Guess a good lead. I'm just going to do one end at a time, I believe. Yeah, that one worked out better. And I usually use the, y'all have seen me use the little multi-joint things before, but I'm going to try something. I'm just going to use got the little insulated sleeves, not insulated, rubber shrink fit sleeves. I'm going to try this time, just to, let's say, sort of, I think one step above just tape. Oops. Just got a flash that I hadn't got Snoopy on. Let's try. Okay, so let's get that twisted up real good. And laying down. And then, let's say, run my little shrink wrap over top of my wiring. Over my joint. And I still use a torch. It didn't shrink as much as I thought it would. It did on one side, so yeah, okay, it's staying in place. Push it down there. Warm. Okay, that feels pretty good. Now, okay, that's my gray side, so I'm going to take a marker right now while I'm thinking about it. And mark up the end of this one so I know which is the gray and which is the white. Let's color that in so whenever I do strip off that end, I'll know who's who. Okay, now where's my other? There it is. Other extension, and this is, oh, by the way, there's a 6 light run and 2 3 light runs. So this is on the 6 light run we're putting the extenders on. Down. Got on here. Not too close there. Alright, so that's okay. That's got a good joint on it. Back up. And another reason I did that is because, like I said, I goofed up on this. So I'm going to have to run, I'm hoping that'll give me enough room to run this guy through from the top down and hit the hole down here. But because that's the only way I could think of to do it, I've got to go through that hole, down through this hole to get out. And there's, like I say, no access to the interior there. I don't even know. It looks like it's even sort of, I think it's actually, yeah, there's actually a piece of wood there, so it's not even got a good, so yeah, there you can see we've got less than a circle to get through there, so I don't even think the tweezers are going to make it. Okay, but maybe we can get lucky. Okay, so I'm just going to try one at a time. It should be straight down, so actually maybe having an idea here. I think how tall my swab stick. I think I'm going to go get another. Okay, in theory that's tall enough. Straight through. I see. Okay, the cheek came up there. Now, just stick in there on this with the swab. Okay. Now the problem is not long enough for me. Okay, I'm going to have to go get something else. I got a plan formulated now, so I'll be right back. Okay, I got these skewers a few years ago. These are longer, so I think, yeah, that should be long enough to get past my mirror. It'll fit through the hole there, which it just barely does. Okay, maybe go in from the top. A little more room with that. Okay, I think a little more. Okay, I think I want to bring. Feel it, but I can't see it. Should be straight down. Okay, there we are. So it won't quite go through. It'll go through there with a little convincing. So, hopefully, we have tape here. My extensions. I'm not sure. I think that's going to be too thick to fit through the bottom hole, but maybe with some luck it'll be close enough. Or I'll pop that mirror off and make things easier. Yep, just going to pop the mirror off. Okay, well, that solves that problem. I think I was on to something. If I'd had something skinnier and if I'd used like a piece of firm wire or something, probably could have. I don't have any 10 or 12 gauge wire handy. Got some in the shop, but that's a long ways off. Right back out of my tape now. Evidently I bought some good tape. Okay, that's enough. think I just tripped a little bit of it. Didn't the wire's still there? Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'll just re-glue that later. Drop you down there. I think. Okay. Fold you over and drop you down there. Okay. And you should be, yeah, a little more cooperative. All right. Now, you guys do one at a time. And fit both at the same time. Let's see here. It's saying right where the extensions are where it's supposed to. It's right where it's supposed to be. That's about where it's supposed to stay. So I'm going. Let's see. Where's it end up? I have ended up going back down, so I'm gonna go ahead and get the hot glue gun out and anchor this down right now. Just run me both sides there, and just put a blob here. Drop them down into it. That can't hurt my shrink wrap either to be in that hot glue. Okay. 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 There we got. And then these guys in that hole. Let's yeah. Tie these off for the moment. I hope. Don't peel the. Okay, and now get our B7000 back out again and run another bead. All the way down this time. And get into my rubber band bag here. Think. Good. Yeah, nice. That might be a little bit loose. And a slightly smaller one. It's not slightly smaller. Same one. There we go. That's slightly smaller. Okay. That's holding that there. Mostly. This one. Can I grab it with this? Okay. My little cheapo clamp worked on that end. Alright. So, a few minutes that'll get sticky enough to where it'll stay, hopefully. And we can continue working on the wiring, which is thoroughly confusing to me. Actually, I think that's all we're doing with that. Just have those run through that hole now that I'm looking at it. Yeah, because we're not sticking that one anywhere in place or anything. Okay, so that part's done. Yeah, okay. So, easy enough. So, go on to the side here. Now we're going to do this one. So that's, like I said, we got some with just 3 LEDs on it. They're still long. Okay, so, okay. So I go through there. There's 2 of them out here. These things are getting on my nerves. Okay, so first one. Okay. It doesn't give us any measurements on this stuff. So, okay, that's. Just notice that mirror was a little crooked, so make sure it's down. Okay. Yeah, I think it's actually. Okay. I'll just hold this while I'm looking at this. But it just says. Yeah, there's measurement on all the other ones. These are just sort of. Here you go. Okay, so first, but we're supposed to have this guy. Okay, these are. I'm just going to do it. The corners go there. It's not the actual. That's not where the lamps go. Yeah, I saw that coming, did y'all? Okay. I'm going to sit here and hold this for a few minutes to make sure it gets set. So I'll be right back when we're done with that. Okay, I think it's stabilized now. So let's, like I was saying, these dots are just where the corners go, evidently. So I'm just going to put a dot of my hot glue there. And like I say, drop the corner down into it. Move it around a little bit, spread it. Okay. I say they're sort of vague about the measurements on this, so I'm hoping that's a good amount. I'll just throw a little bit more on top, I think. Make sure it's in there good and good tight. Okay, and I won't mess that one up. Now, it's supposed to go over and down. And this one. Okay, so I'm going to do, I guess I'll do another corner there. If I could bring y'all in, this is pretty tight work. I can't stay centered. Okay, so I just really drop over that. And I Try and leave that one alone, so maybe. Move it around a little bit. Make sure the glue gets all around it. Okay. Over here, that looks, proportionally that looks about right, as far as we're supposed to take that one up and back down, so it doubles up there in the corner. Yeah, okay, so this one goes in here, up and back down. So it goes straight out the bottom. So another dot on that little triad, maybe. Make it a little bit sharper, I hope. Okay. Okay. A little generous with it, but I think. Whoop, stay together. Yeah, this is, and I say, it's hard to tell, but you know, proportionally based on the pictures, it looks right. Sort of, that's what I'm trying to match up with, so we'll find out together. Don't mess with that already yet. It's tacky, but it's not. Okay. Okay, that feels pretty snug there. I got that out the bottom, we got the third LED right here. And this one actually does give an amount. So it's supposed to go up 1.7 centimeters. So that's going to be, let's turn that back over. Actually, I think I'll give that a little twisty maybe. Keep them all together. Should have done that over there. Supposed to be 1.7 centimeters. So like that. Supposed to be so like so. You go right there where you're not gonna reach. It's supposed to go into that second hole. Okay. And okay, I'm going to go ahead and put it in this one because it reaches, and I think we're going to be okay flip-flopping that for the other. Okay. Swapping out the lights for our next one. It's supposed to do the same thing, so let's go anchor on that. Say the one we're about to do was supposed to go in this one, but like I said, I think this should work. Like I say, because it wasn't going to reach to the second hole. Okay, so that's, we got our wires going over there. Now, third one. Okay. See, this wiring is a mess. I'm going to be pushing to do anything else tonight. But sort of the same thing. We're supposed to double this one up. This is the third one, so the one closest to our leads. You up. A little twisty on you again, because that seemed to be a good work. I think that looks about right, just as is. Yeah, it might be a little, that's close. Okay, so leads go out to the front, and the other LEDs go this way. So I'm going to hit both sides of this one with anchors. Make sure I got them facing the right way. Dab there. Dab there. I'm so glad I got that glue gun to do that. This is much easier than trying to do it with the tape or even the epoxy I was using before. Too quick on that one. Okay. Yeah. Okay, everybody's nice and solid and locked in place. It says, I say all our leads go out that way. You're supposed to sort of gather this up. Keep it sort of hopefully contained, I guess. Which I think it's sort of the same thing we're supposed to do with that top one. It's sort of escaping now. I'm just going to give you tie in a little roll. I think I'll do the same thing with this one, undo it. And roll it up. And alright. Get those all gathered, well, maybe they won't drive me crazy. Now I think I'm going to go ahead and do a test fire on, make sure they do work. Should have done that before I wired them all in, but at this point there's not much else I can do about it. Okay. And let's see here. White. There's the black colored extension, so that's a gray. Gray. And gray. All together. And switch in. And light yellow. Those two. And then the extension on. And our switch. Nope, they do work. they're on the on switch. We got all 3 chains are working, so that's good. All right, switch works. I'm going to replace that switch with one of mine that I bought from Temu. I got a push button one rather than a flip switch. I think it'll work better. Oh, there's my folks. Okay. Dad just wanted to invite me to breakfast in the morning. Okay, let's see. Let me go ahead and cover these up, because I believe I'm going to leave them connected. Otherwise the thumbnail is going to look exactly like the one from yesterday, or today. Get you all the way in. Okay, there we go, snagged it. Okay. Okay, so got lights. Okay, now put that aside, because we're going to get to do more fun. And find something without destroying everything else. Okay, the cardstock I found, and I think, is that? No, that's not it. One of these should have, and this guy. Okay, we're supposed to cut this guy out. This goes on here. I'm supposed to stick it on there, so I'll get the 87,000 out. Let's see, it's going to be kind of a bunch of small pieces, so I'm going to do some fine lines. Pretty full coverage, I think. So I'll make sure I get everything, all the pieces glued down that I'm about to try and cut out. And that may be overkill, but I think it'll be alright. Okay, so you squeeze it around a little bit. Get my squeegee out. Okay, that feels nice and smooth. I think I got good coverage underneath there. Cardstock all the way to the edges. Okay. Now, let me grab old piece of acrylic here. And X-Acto knife. We're gonna go. Each one of these things is supposed to be cut out individually, so I'll show you a couple of them in real time, and then we'll move on to high speed for the rest. And this will probably finish us up tonight. Should be good on that. It would be easier if they just printed them on cardstock, but they didn't ask me. Okay, I think that one's out. No, they can go all the way through all of them. A couple couple of runs. Yeah. It's getting close now. Okay, there it goes. All right. Okay. You can hear the, you all probably can't hear the difference, but I can hear the difference when it gets all the way through. Yeah. You can hear it not cutting the paper or cardboard or whatever you want to call that. I think I missed on that one. Do one more of these pictures and I'll spare you. Oh. And I should have done this with scissors on this edge. So I got the other three sides cut. I'll remember that for the next couple. Okay. Alright. Now, so I think I'll do the rest of them at high speed so you don't have to sit here and watch me drag. So I'll come back and talk to you at the end, but I think this is going to wrap us up for the night because this is going to take me a minute or three. Okay. I don't know how much I'm going to shorten that by, but that was about 22 minutes real time. And let's see here. I think, did I get them all? Is that? Oh, I forgot about the dream catcher. I think I was trying to block it out. Okay, you know, check all these other big chunks. Make sure I didn't leave any other off. No, okay. This is. I'm hoping that. Let's see where they're going. Trying to see where they end up sticking the dream catcher. It's like back in the corner. I may not. Okay. Dream catcher. Let's see where I'm. Saw where I made it, but I don't see where they're hanging at. Let's see. No, I never. Okay, it's barely going to be visible, so I'm not going to get too worried about. I'm gonna make a pass at it, but I'm sort of. I'm not going to be too. It's in the back of a store, the lower section, so I'm not going to go. I'm not going to drive myself crazy with this one. Off the excess first. Let's see if I can. Okay. This stuff down here, once I get, this is where I think the X-Acto knife is going to come in useful. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah. I think it goes without saying this is probably the most challenging part of that deal. All these guys. Leave that alone. But that's, I think that's going to be good enough for me on that. Maybe I do see a little dot I want to take care of right here. Likewise. Alright. Other things I better leave well enough alone because I'm about to mess it up. But I think between all this cutting and getting that done, let me just check and see what is next. Okay, next it's making some books. Oh, actually I think it's like those are, we might be about to be making potato chip bags or some coffee bags, some kind of snack bag or something. Alright, but we're going to cover that tomorrow because I think this is going to be long enough as is. But I say, got our lights going and our little signs. So that's some progress. It's slow progress, but got to take what you can get some days. Alright, thanks for watching, everybody. Like, subscribe, comment, complain, share, do whatever you want to with all of that. Be good to one another, stay safe, and click on one of my links here. This is subscribe to the channel, my experimental channel, what YouTube thinks you should watch, and this is going to be the playlist for this build. Alright, see you tomorrow.